as far as how many appointments you want to complete, what some of your income goals are. And then we'll talk about who you're seeing, who your best people are, that kind of thing. So I'll be bringing you up to the desk one at a time while you're role playing here. So just keep that in mind. I'll be pulling you up one at a time. Cool? So you guys can keep going. I'm going to start that here in just a moment. Yeah, even if it's that light in the background.
So our second part of our four part, our second part of our forever guarantee program is going to be our forever sharpness. Whenever you cut coding sharpening, you send it back. You will be sharpened for free. All you pay for is the shipping.
And then I would go here.
Number 3 is going to be for unconventional use. If you or your spouse ever happen to destroy your cut code through unconventional use, you can get it replaced for just half the price. And hopefully you won't be baking your talked about earlier.
Well, I would assume it's like if you're not using it for like baking or cutting or something, you're like, I don't know.
That's right.
What do you use it for? Like
Chopping down
you can make like
trees.
a funny chopping down trees.
Screwdriver.
True.
Oh no, it's a real story. Like, don't want to go all the way. Heaven forbid you have to make the effort to go all the way to shit.
You are
Screwdriver.
small.
Some people use it for
To open up the can.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I started when I was little. I could never open up a can of soup by myself, so I'd have to like use a knife or something. I started just using a spoon now because I realized that was so much safer than using a knife.
Oh, like those like couple of little.
Mm-hmm. Because I've never had nails, so I'd be like, I can't do it.
My nails.
It's never
Typically what it is.
Like my hair, my nails are
A standard
I
blood
feel-
pressure is like 120 or something.
right here.
Like 125 or something.
When you growing mine out, because I had the like big
Not
shadow
really.
into your nose.
It's
So why?
closer to like the 140.
All right, Allie, I'm going to have you roll it first.
Okay.
Why don't you go ahead and bring your schedule and your manual and go and come on up here.
Wait, not the blue book, just this, right?
Yeah, you don't need your blue book, just your white manual.
And last but not least is our unconditional money
Okay.
back guarantee.
So,
15-day risk.
all right, let's first of all start with a sign.
If you're not
Okay.
satisfied for
Okay.
whatever
Right now,
reason,
let's see, how many phone numbers?
And of course, the 15-day guarantee starts when you receive your product. So if your spouse is not present, Mrs. Jones.
What do you got? Do you know? Do you know what the number is?
Mrs. Jones, we can't always
I
see
counted it
both
before it
spouses
came, and
together,
then I
so
have
we
more on my
try
phone.
You do have more on your phone?
together for
Mhm.
a few weeks or
How many more do you
something
think
to
you have on
make
your
sure
phone?
both love it.
About 5.
Okay.
The couple more that have trickled in.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I'm
awesome.
still getting more
So,
trickle
Mrs.
in.
Jones, I know you're going to love what you choose to get today. If you
Yeah.
ever need anything in the future, sharpening, servicing, or help with new products, please contact me and I'll take care of it. I know you're going to love
So I'm
your
at 32.
Cut
Okay.
is such a great
So,
investment because you'll never have to buy
out of these
leathers
people here-
again.
Okay.
And you can't be American made.
These
and
people here.
forever guaranteed.
Yes.
How many have you reached out to out of all these? Have we texted or called?
So
The ones
if you ever
that-
need
the ones that
Cutco
don't
factory
have
sharpening and
a
repair,
phone
just
number
go to
next to it.
Cutco.com.
Oh,
What do we need to do in order to get that phone number?
I've been like texting them, like with what we've been saying. Like I've been texting them. I texted quite a few people. I just started copying and pasting, like going down my Facebook
Yeah.
Messenger.
Cool.
Even if people I don't talk to, I was like, I just send it to them.
Perfect.
Just keep going.
Yep. What do we need to do to get the rest of these?
And once you guys are received,
And the rest, well, and especially these here.
I'm waiting on that person to text me back.
Okay.
Those two I have it in my phone. She's replying. She's in my phone, and I'm waiting for her to reply.
Okay. Thomas, this is your number one customer.
Because
Why?
he's a senator,
Okay. Cool.
and
How do you know Thomas?
one of my friends I went to high school with, it's her dad.
Her dad. Cool. And do you know them pretty well?
Yeah, pretty well.
Cool. Why would you say they're your number one customer?
Because I feel like I'd be really comfortable showing Cutco to them,
Mhm.
and I feel like because they're a senator, so they should be able to get some stuff from me.
Oh yeah. What do you think they're gonna get?
Probably a full set.
Yeah.
If not,
Which one? Do you know how much? Like, do you know them well?
pretty well.
How often do they cook? How many nights a week do you?
Quite a few. They have quite
really?
a few children. Yeah.
Really? How many kids do they have?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. About 6 or so.
They have 6 kids.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, big. Okay. Cool.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a big family.
So based on what you learned yesterday
Okay.
about our different sets,
Mhm.
basic, medium, complete, just knowing what we learned, what would you think is probably the best fit for them?
The complete.
Probably.
Mhm.
They have 6 kids.
Yeah.
This only comes with 8 table knives in the first place. They're gonna have to do
Yeah,
dishes
exactly.
twice a day to have enough, you know. Okay, cool, awesome. Now, do you have their phone number?
No, not yet.
Okay, is this your? Have you reached out to your friend?
I'm waiting for her to reply.
Okay, she just hasn't replied yet. Have you texted or did you Facebook message or did you call? What did you do?
I Facebook messaged because I had lost her phone number somewhere between my old phone and my new phone.
Gotcha.
So I Facebook messaged her and her sister.
Okay,
So
cool. Do you have her on Snapchat or Instagram?
no.
No. You might want to try to add her on one of those because sometimes that's just people are more active on Insta or Snap than they are on Facebook. Okay, cool. Who's this? Who's your number 2?
That's my grandfather.
Oh, cool. Okay. Why is Grandpa your number 2?
Because he's really big about knives.
Yeah.
And so I know he's gonna want something.
Now, does he like outdoor knives, or is he like? Are you?
He's more
saying
about
like
the outdoor knives.
outdoor
And
knives?
I know that we have like the cutting knives and like the pocket knives, and so I know he'll like that.
Cool. Now, is your grandfather? How old is he?
65-ish.
Does he still cook?
Every now and again.
Every now and again. Okay. What do you think he'll get?
Probably like a honey knife or something. One
Okay.
of like those knives.
So let me ask you this,
Okay.
okay? And be honest with me here.
Okay.
No wrong answer. Is this one of your best customers, or is this one of your easiest customers?
That might be one of my easier customers.
Okay. So I want you to sell to Grandpa for sure.
Okay.
Okay, definitely. Now, do you already have him scheduled for an appointment?
Yes.
Cool. When?
Tonight.
Awesome. Cool. What time?
Whenever I get back, about 8:30.
That's your first appointment?
Mhm.
Okay, cool. Who's your next one with?
That's my mom.
This is Mom.
I'm
Okay.
gonna show her tomorrow.
You're going to show her tomorrow.
That's my stepdad.
Okay. Now, Mom and Stepdad, are you doing them together?
No,
No.
they have separate houses,
Oh, really? Okay, cool.
so that's why they're not together.
What do you think your mom's going to get?
She might get one of like not our like basic ones, one of the other ones is what
What does she do?
She's a hairstylist as well
Cool.
as a receptionist.
Okay, cool. So she's popular, she's well connected and bubbly.
Mhm.
Cool. Have you sat down with her yet to get phone numbers?
She gave me a couple of them. These are the ones that she gave me. But she's trying to get her old phone back online to get some of them because she just got a new phone. She's still trying to figure it out.
Do you all live in a neighborhood?
Yeah, it's kind of small.
Kind of small. How many houses?
2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
So you can probably show up at all. And if it's a smaller neighborhood, you probably know people pretty well.
Mhm.
Are any of your neighbors on this list?
No, because I don't remember all of their names.
Okay, so one thing that you can do is you can look up your neighbors online on whitepages.com.
Really?
So what you do is you go to whitepages.com and you do a reverse lookup where you can type in your address and click Find My Neighbors. Sometimes in order to get the actual contact info, you have to sign up.
Mhm.
It's like the free, I think you can sign up for a free trial for like a week or a subscription for like $20 or something.
Yeah, something cheap.
Totally worth it.
Mhm.
Okay, totally worth it. So neighbors, I would maybe make a note of that. That might be that's one that you can probably get, 10, it sounds like at least 10 more phone numbers from.
Mhm.
Does your family go to church?
We do not.
No, okay. And your stepdad, what does he do for a living?
He's a part of like construction stuff.
Okay. And you said they live separately.
Hmm.
Okay.
You can also
So
use it to serve cakes.
does he cook a little
You'll
bit?
never use it
Every now and again.
Mhm. What do you think he'll get?
You tend to cook
Why would you say
with
that
vegetables
that mom and stepdad are two of your top 5?
I'm saying that my mom because I know that she'll get something.
It's Mom.
Yeah, I know she's gonna get something, and she cooks a lot more than I do, so I thought she might want like one of them.
Sure. Yeah. So mom cooks.
And JR definitely likes having stuff that matches his kitchen.
Does he have a nice house?
He has a really nice house.
Okay, cool. What do you think he'll get?
He might get like the medium or the ultimate.
Yeah, he's one of those guys.
And he's gonna get in like red.
Mhm.
I can see it.
And a lot of times, by the way, stepdad
Mhm.
wants to like win you over a little bit,
Mhm.
you know? So that can work out well. Here's what I would suggest.
Okay.
I would suggest switching your grandpa and your mom.
Okay.
Because Grandpa is your grandmother still alive?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Do they live together?
Yes.
Do they cook a little bit?
Every now and again.
Okay. Are they not? Are they on a fixed income? Do they have disposable income, or are they on like Social Security?
I think they just got Social Security and retirement and stuff like that.
You may or may not know this. Is your grandfather independently retired, or is he retired like through Social Security?
I'm honestly not sure. He retired from like Quantico Base.
Oh, really?
He was one of the like he was like a government traffic cop basically.
Okay.
So if like any government vehicle was doing something it wasn't supposed to, he would be on it.
Okay, cool. Are you doing the appointment with your grandma and your grandpa?
Yes.
Both of them together.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. And then when is your mom scheduled for?
Saturday.
Cool. Have you scheduled JR yet?
I have not.
Do you have his phone number?
I do.
Okay, cool. Have you called him and he just didn't answer?
Yeah.
Cool.
He normally goes to bed really early.
Cool. And then who's this?
That's my great grandmother.
Your great grandmother.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
She she lives in like the neighborhood over,
Okay.
and so I know that she'll get something from me.
Why is she one of your best five?
Because she kind of likes to cook. My uncle lives with her because he has like health issues,
Okay.
and so I mean, if she's not cooking, then he's cooking. So.
Cool. And is she financially independent? Cool. Yeah, she's good.
Oh yeah, she used to own a little store that she like just sold, and then she owns a house behind that store
Oh,
that she's
really?
renting out. Yeah.
She's so great grandma's killing.
Yeah.
Cool.
She's set.
Love it. Who are these folks, and how can we get their phone number? Hunter, Staples.
That's their last name. So that's my best friend, Katie Hunter. Her house is immaculate. Like it's so pretty. And I texted her, but I'm pretty sure she's not awake yet.
Texted her this morning.
Because she like kind of goes to bed early at night, and she's at VCU, so
Cool.
I was waiting for her to reply.
Cool. By this point, at 12:30, I would hope that she's awake.
I would hope so
So
too,
maybe
but
shoot
there's
her a
no
text.
telling me.
So maybe shoot her a text and be like, "Hey, did you see my text?"
Mhm.
That could probably help. What about Staples?
That's one of the people in my neighborhood. She lives at like the very edge. She wanted to call her mom, make sure her mom wouldn't mind talking to me over the phone. She likes to be in control of everything. Like her mom likes to do everything by the book. So she's gonna text me back in a couple of minutes.
Okay, cool. And as much as you've been copying and pasting the actual verbiage, it's really worth to copy and paste this stuff too.
I had a lot of questions about what is the scholarship for.
Oh, well, it's a scholarship for school.
Yeah, and I was like, it's a school scholarship, and they were like, oh, okay, sure, here you go.
Yeah.
And I was like, thanks.
Yeah, scholarship for school. So if they're saying, let me ask, that's okay. But like I said, I'm really supposed to talk to myself to compete for the scholarship.
Mm-hmm.
Let me do this. I thought was going to bug your parents. It won't take a lot of time. I'm sure they wouldn't be mad at you for helping out your friend.
Yeah.
Right, something like that. So sometimes it's good to have that in your notes too. Okay, cool. Now, what about these, 5 or 6 right here?
Okay, so Barrios, her number is in my phone. I just didn't write it down yet.
Perfect.
She has not replied to me.
Okay.
That is my old boss. His number is in my phone.
Perfect.
He's replying to me. He's just waiting for his
Old
mom.
boss is old boss. You said he?
Yeah.
Is he married?
Yes.
Cool.
Mhm.
What about Hendrik? Is that you said he as well? Is he married?
Well, that's one of my friends. His mom and I haven't talked to his mom.
Have you reached out to them?
I have. I'm just waiting for his reply.
Cool. What about Sue?
I have her written down, and then I have an appointment with her tomorrow.
Good stuff.
I mean, I lied tonight.
Tonight. Cool. What's this one here?
That's one of my aunts. She's in Illinois.
Okay.
So I just haven't had a chance to call her yet because.
But you have her phone number?
Yeah, I have her phone number. It's just not written down. Some of these I was like, these are just in my phone. I'm like trying to get more.
Mm-hmm. It's really good to have them written down on paper because believe it or not, you can make a lot more calls when you're calling off of a list, and you can just go. Then scroll, find the name. So this will actually save you a lot of time and help you make a lot more calls.
Some of them are over here too.
Cool.
So it's like.
What about
Snodgrass.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for him to reply to me. His mom and his dad have a really, really nice house, and I'm pretty
Cool.
sure they would get something.
Cool. What about this one here?
Backy, he was one of the superintendents at my high school,
Okay.
and he loved me,
Yeah.
and he loved my class, and so I'm pretty sure he would get something.
Cool. Do you have his phone number too?
I do not have his phone number. When I talk to Miss Gill, I'm sure she'll give it to me.
Miss Gill has his phone number?
She's one of my old teachers.
Cool.
She has all of the connections because she was the photojournalism
Teachers
teacher.
always do.
Well, she's a photojournalism teacher, so she still keeps in contact with people who did that because you know how they have that rule where you're not supposed to add people in Facebook and stuff.
Sure.
Yeah, she does that because she's like, I'm gonna keep up with you because I need to know stuff for the yearbook.
Yeah.
I gotta know more. Gotta know what's going on.
Cool.
So she has all of the connections.
Cool. So good start here with your phone numbers. What is your goal? How many phone numbers do you really want to get to? What's the number that you're really shooting for?
150.
Okay, cool. So you're 100 plus.
Yeah.
So continue to be very aggressive about reaching out, Facebook messaging, texting, calling. Good. Okay, let's look at your schedule. Okay. So your first appointment is here. Who's that?
That's Subi. I'm going to that one first and then that one. I just had them flip flopped.
Okay. Now, what times are these scheduled for?
That one's about 8:30 ish, and that one's at about 9:30 or so.
Okay. So we need to spread these out a little bit more.
Okay.
Because I want you to be able to take your time, build good rapport, do a really kick butt demo, cut a lot of food,
Right.
figure out what they want.
Mhm.
Sometimes figuring that out takes more time with people like grandpa and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So if you're doing grandpa at 9,
Mhm.
I would say you want to do Sue at 7:30.
Well,
If you do Sue at 8, see if you can move grandpa back a little
Okay.
bit. But you want to try to spread these out 2 hours apart if you can. At
Okay.
least,
Mhm.
at least an hour and a half.
Okay.
Okay. So do that when we here when we break out. Make sure that you move these around a little bit and create at least an hour and a half between them.
Okay.
Cool. You got mom here. Cool.
Mhm.
Great. 3 openings on Sunday before work. And where are you working?
I currently work at Pizza Hut. I'm a server.
Cool. How do you like that?
It's pretty good. I'm not making a lot.
What are you making?
I make $2.15 an hour, and yeah, because it's a serving position. So I also get tips, but sometimes tips are $20 a day, and sometimes they're $80 a day. So it's a struggle.
I imagine the tips probably kind of suck at Pizza Hut.
Mhm.
Okay. Would you like to not have to work at that job in the next coming
Mhm.
weeks? Okay. Can I give you what level that is?
That's 3, right?
3K plus.
Mhm.
Okay. So 3K. Here's what I tell reps. Once you hit 3K, somewhere between 3K and 6K
Mhm.
is oh my gosh, what is this? 0.5? Oh my gosh. Okay, somewhere between 3K and 6K is the quit your other job level.
Okay.
Okay, because this is 20%
Mhm.
and this is 25% commission. So give me an idea. I know that tips are inconsistent, but weekly, what do you think you make? You say it's $100? You say
It's about
200?
200 on a good week.
So check this out. 5 demos.
Okay.
Let's just say that you're below average at the job. Now,
Okay.
are you going to be below average?
No.
Absolutely not. Let's just say that you are that,
Okay.
and that you only make 3 sales out of 5 appointments.
Okay.
Okay, that would be below. That'd be 60-something%.
That's really low.
Okay, that's low. All right, and then let's say the average order is 300,
Mhm.
and that's $900.
Jones, let me review.
Okay.
So many
You see this?
Mhm.
At 20% commission,
Sharp American-made knives that are comfortable, safe, and sanitary.
how much are you making?
Cutco is guaranteed to last forever.
Like
So it'll be the
180?
last set of
$180.
knives ever
Mhm.
That's doing
made.
fine.
And down generation to generation.
Mhm.
And
Okay.
Cutco saves
So,
a lot of
and that's at the
money.
lowest
Most
commission level.
customers buy
Mhm.
Cutco.
You know,
They
so
also
my point is, you can do a lot more than 5 appointments. Think about this. Look how many appointments could you do right here? You could do one at 2, 4,
Mhm.
6, and 8. So there's 4 appointments there. 4, 6, and 8. 3 more there.
There are several
Ooh,
reasons.
yoga.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a party
Nice.
school.
There are
That's
several
awesome.
reasons
So
why
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 appointments. 7 appointments 5 sales, 330 average order.
Cutco sets have the right
Let's just
to
call it 300 to keep my math
so
easy.
you can do
$1,500.
Mhm.
each one
Make
so that you don't
10%
have
off the first 1,000.
misuse the
That's
each
$100.
one.
Mhm.
Cutco sets
And then you
have
make
built-in
15% off the
discounts,
next
so it's cheaper,
500,
which we can talk about later.
which would be
Sets come
$75.
with a free
Approximately,
cutting board and other free stuff, which I mean,
That's $175 on 7 appointments. That is what
and
you're
sets are
making
much safer
in
because
a
they come
week
in a block.
at Pizza Hut.
I
So,
know.
so here's what you do. I don't want you to do this yet.
Mhm.
I want you to wait.
Yeah.
But once you hit your second promotion,
Mhm.
are you cool if I help you write your 2-week notice?
Sure.
Cool. So at 3K, I'll help you do that.
Okay.
But until then, I don't want you to do that because I really want to be completely confident, Allie,
Mhm.
that even on a crappy week,
Mhm.
you're still gonna make a lot more here than you would there.
Mhm.
Okay, and that's why I want you to wait till 3K.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we want to fill a couple more in here,
Mhm.
and we're gonna make phone calls later on today.
Okay.
So we're gonna make phone calls between 5:30 and 7 p.m.
Mhm.
We're gonna cut a bunch of food up. I'm gonna teach you how to cut pennies and rope and leather and stuff, and we're gonna make phone calls.
Okay.
So during that time, we'll give you a chance to fill these.
Okay.
What I would do is I would focus on filling at least 2 out of these 3
Okay.
and at least 1 out of these 2.
Okay.
Cool.
I have one on Tuesday, and she already owns Cutco.
Ooh, awesome. That's a sale. So here's what you want to do. Tuesday, it looks like you can get, this is going to be a big day for you.
Mhm.
So I would try to make this a 4 or a 5 demo day.
Mhm.
You know what happens when you do 4 or 5 demos in a day?
I sell 4 out of 5.
You sell 4 out of 5. You're typically selling somewhere between $1,000 and $2,000. And if it's a great day, it could be 3,000 or 4,000. If it's a crappy day, maybe it's only 4, 5, 700. But 4 to 5 a day, when you, especially on the days that you're able to do that,
Yeah.
because a lot of your days with work and stuff and school,
Mhm.
you may not be able to do that.
Yeah.
But on
It makes it
days where you
complicated.
can, really take advantage of that.
Mhm.
Okay. Now, this is work.
Mhm.
Okay, we're gonna have a meeting that starts at 6.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh. So you're already scheduled for this. It goes, and this is going to be every Wednesday
Okay.
that we go 6 to 10 p.m.
Okay.
Here's how this works: from 6 to, about 9.
Mhm.
What reps are doing is they're making phone calls like we were yesterday
Mhm.
to schedule appointments for the back half of the week.
Okay.
Okay, and then at 9 p.m. we have our weekly team meeting.
Okay.
So do me a favor. Can you see if you can get someone to cover this shift for you? Okay, see if you can.
Okay.
If not, we'll work around it. But make sure that moving forward that
My Wednesdays are free.
your Wednesdays are free.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's go ahead and put in a couple openings here. So you get out at 11. Let's call it. Get home, grab some. Let's just say 1, 3,
We also have a
5,
homemaker set without table, if that's what you
7.
prefer.
Okay.
If you were considering a set of tacos, would you prefer the set?
Hey, Christian. You sound good, dude. Yeah, keep it up, man. And then Friday, 9,
That
11,
it costs,
1.
that it doesn't cost
Okay.
$1,000.
Cool.
In fact, it doesn't even cost
Yep.
as much as the
So
stock price of $3,000.
you're going for
The homemaker
15.
plus 8
You already
is
have
only
2 here,
$12.72.
3,
Paid in full.
and then Alice
Five.
is
Which
4.
includes shipping.
Is it
For
right?
most of
Five.
our
And then 5
customers
with
take
Sherry. Cool.
advantage of our 5
And then you can
months
do
free
6, 7,
shipping
8,
special
9,
offers, which is only
10,
$278
11, 12,
today.
13. Go you. Awesome.
Yep.
Okay.
I
Cool.
think I'll make it.
You're off into the races.
I'm trying.
Today,
Good stuff, Allie. Do you have any questions for me at this
I
point?
can give you
Not
a
currently.
kitchen
How you
table
feeling?
set
I'm feeling good. I'm excited.
Cool. I am too.
or super
You can go ahead and go back to role playing. I'm
Does
going
that
to pull
sound
Ashley out so you just sit down with her.
Very nice.
Okay.
Ash,
Miss Jones,
I'm going to have you
I wouldn't
switch.
be doing my job
Cool.
if I
Okay,
Here you
didn't.
go. Thank you.
We're trading. Hopefully I don't fall over in the chair.
Oh, they fall back.
I sat down and I thought I was gonna die. I was so concerned.
Okay.
Yesterday I didn't have one of these. I didn't know.
Okay.
add my.
Yes, go ahead and do
Miss
that.
Jones, I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't ask you. Would you like to try our homemaker set today and get your free, whatever you can choose, super shears, under your back or kitchen tool set?
Sure, let's go.
Congratulations! You're going to love your Cutco. Before I write that up, let me show you our 2 sets that come with the steak knives.
I genuinely don't know.
I don't know how to do that.
What does it say? Let me try to find it.
I don't know.
Oh, show the two.
So it's just that's the same times, yeah. That's right.
I'm assuming that's gonna be the ultimate and the signature, which is here. That's the ultimate. I lied, yeah, and that's the ultimate.
I wonder if there's a
I want to know what we get in our kit. I want to know what we get in our kit, so I'm not like I don't know what I'm doing.
yeah, like show it nicely. But
So I realized.
oh, so I think we should show like the all options.
Yeah.
So if you were to consider our ultimate set, which is our biggest complete full set, with which you actually give both three gifts also, including the shears and the
There's the entertainer kit and the kitchen tools. They get all three with the.
Alright, so for our ultimate collection with the steak knives, which are completely incredible, is what I say. It's going to be $29.29. So if you were to split that up monthly for $5, it'll be $6.23, and for a week that'll be $11.
Nice.
This is our biggest set. Really, yes. So then if you were to choose our ultimate set with table knives, it'll come out to be
All right, Ashley. Girl, look at you go with these phone numbers.
Yeah.
How many phone numbers do you have altogether so far?
So do I still get the present or the free stuff with the ones without
Sorry for
the
reaching.
steak knives? Like if I get the table knives instead of the steak knives, I still get free stuff? Okay, cool.
Yes, you do. Our signature collection, which is going to be slightly smaller. Then it's our medium size. Will come.
You put some work into this, huh?
with your steak
Mhm.
knives
Put some
also.
time into
That would
this.
be
Yeah, the bad thing was my mom goes to sleep so early.
So you still had to get a couple from her?
So, yeah, she's in a wine club. So.
My mom is too. My mom calls it book club, but it's wine club.
When I went to
mean,
college,
let's be
yeah,
real.
that was her hobby. So
Oh, that's
I
awesome.
gotta get those.
Yeah, my
ladies.
mom's friends. I sold so much Cacao to that book club, by the way.
Yeah, That's exactly what
A
I'm
stupid
gonna.
amount of Cacao to those ladies. They all loved me. They were so sweet. And okay, one tip, pro tip. Those, how many people are in your mom's wine club, do you think?
I have to say maybe 15.
Okay, here's what they're going to try to do. They're going to try to all recommend each other. So you're going to do the first one, right? Your mom's friend who's in wine club. And she's going to go, oh, let me give you the wine club.
Okay.
And here's what you have to say. Be like, nope, Ms. Jones. My mom already gave me all those. I already have all those. Give me different ones. Okay. Kind of give them some direction there, because if you don't, they're literally going to recommend you. All 15 are going to recommend you to all 15 over and over again.
Okay.
I just want to reiterate
What is the utopian?
that I'm really excited to see
It says
the effort
after
that you
the
put
set
into
was
this,
set,
Ash.
blank,
This
let's wrap up by taking a look at
this
some of our
this is
utopian
what
products.
makes the
What is
job.
the
Mhm.
utopian cost?
You know, this is what makes people
I
successful.
was like,
This
kind of
is it.
glanced at
So.
it yesterday.
So really good job. Let's talk about your best 5 customers.
The studio side.
James Coleman, who's that?
My granddad.
Granddad.
Yeah.
Cool. Why is he your number 1
I was-
customer?
I was thinking the same
He's
thing yesterday.
the richest, I would have to say. honestly.
Hey, you gotta call it like it is.
Yeah, he's
Um,
retired.
what did he do?
Retired NASA. I'm not sure exactly
Okay.
what program, but
Cool.
yeah, he's
Cool.
like the
Oh,
big
this is the
pin.
entertainment.
And
So-
is he are you one of his favorite granddaughters?
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Cool.
so
What do you think that he'll get?
the complete.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Is he like a go big or go home type of
Mhm.
dude?
All of my mom's side, they all live in Texas now.
Okay.
So Christmas, holidays, they always.
I don't know what you took.
And they go to his house?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or in somebody's house. So my
Yeah.
uncle's on there too.
Cool.
So they're all
Where in Texas are they?
I believe in Dallas. I would
Dallas.
say.
Cool.
Yeah.
I love Dallas.
I
Dallas
would
is a
say
cool town.
Dallas.
Utopian
Mhm.
cost.
Cool. So is this a virtual demo?
Mhm.
Cool.
A lot of them are. A lot of my
I'm gonna
friends
walk you
down,
through
so,
that
yeah,
later
I
on
was gonna
today.
ask you to.
Do you know what Prezi is?
Yeah.
It's a Prezi presentation.
Utopian
Oh,
cost.
It's so easy.
That was like the
Okay,
college
all you do is
library.
literally click, click, click,
exactly.
click. It's even easier than it.
Oh.
Believe it or not.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
only
Okay, let me tell you
very
2
bad.
things about the virtual demo.
Okay.
Number 1, we have slightly higher selling ratios
Mhm.
on the
I
virtual
don't have
demo.
these
that we
other
were-
Really?
Yeah, because here's the difference. Instead of them seeing only a handful of knives in your sample set be used on the demo,
Right.
there's a high definition film quality video of every single tool in the set being used.
Awesome.
Okay, so it's really, really fun.
I definitely want to ask you about
And
that.
you can just go like this the whole time. Miss Jones, like you can literally read right out of your book. So easy. I'm assuming if Granddad worked for NASA, he's pretty computer savvy.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah,
Um,
they
so-
love FaceTime.
Okay, cool. So what you do is you're on the phone in front of your computer.
Mhm.
They're on the phone in front of their computer,
Okay.
and all you do is say, "Okay, go ahead and click the space bar to go to the next screen," and then you're reading. Click the space bar.
Yes.
Okay, yay.
Yep.
That just made me. I was gonna ask you. I was like, okay, how does I didn't want Skype to affect it so much?
So we don't even use Skype.
Yeah.
We don't use FaceTime. Everything's built into high definition videos. It's really cool.
Oh, I'm so happy.
Cool.
All
So
of them are down south.
when is your granddad scheduled?
We're doing this Monday at 1 p.m.
Monday at 1. Cool. Awesome. Okay, who's Bridget?
Yeah,
Bridget, just my aunt, my dad's sister.
Cool.
The reason I chose her was because that is the southern hospitality, like right there.
Okay.
Her and my dad, like when they're in the kitchen, that's like double deal.
Ooh, okay.
She has 2 kids. Well, they're kind of grown right now, but
Cool.
like my
Like your
cousin-
age?
Yeah, my cousin kind of hangs around, and
Cool.
then she just had 2 grandkids.
Oh,
Two first, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. Are y'all close?
Mhm.
Cool.
Yeah, when I called her last night,
Yeah.
I was like,
Was she excited to talk to you?
yeah.
That's awesome. What do you think she'll get?
Phoenix.
How often do they cook?
They cook all the time.
Do they?
Mhm.
Okay. What does she do?
She's a nurse at
Yeah.
one of the Georgia
Yeah, I see
hospitals,
what I do.
military hospitals. They're all military.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say Georgia Hospital. My fiance's best friend works at Northside
See, I helped
in
you out.
Atlanta.
They're somewhere.
She's a nurse there.
I don't know. They're
How
somewhere.
long has she been a nurse for?
I don't know. Yeah. This is all all of them are.
These are
they're
sets.
military. Yeah.
Sets. Awesome. Who's Candy?
So Miss Candy's my mom's good friend.
Okay.
She just moved over here from Germany.
Oh, no way.
And yeah.
Whoa, cool.
Her and my mom
Where in
used to-
Germany? You know?
I think Dusseldorf. That's
Okay.
where we used to live.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna
Munich?
cocaine.
We're going to Munich in
Military.
March.
Yeah.
In like 2 weeks. Yeah.
Oh,
We're going to Munich for a week.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my mom wants to go back.
Oh
She
my
goes back
gosh.
frequently.
It's so Germany's so
Yeah,
cool.
I
Have you been to
wanna go
Berlin?
No, I haven't.
So last year in March, my fiance and I, the company does a pretty big trip. We do a big week-long international trip
Oh my
every
God.
year.
Yeah.
So last year was to Prague,
Ooh.
and after Prague, we extended for another week, and we did 3 days in
Nice.
Berlin and 4 days in Munich.
My mom was looking through this
Berlin
and she was
is
like, I'm not
cool.
spending
It's like grungy cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Munich is beautiful.
Oh my God.
Yeah, we really loved Germany.
I haven't been
Um,
in years, but my mom.
So she just moved here. Now is she American and just lived in Germany for a while?
Mhm, but she
Cool.
speaks German. She has a German husband and some kids. They're still in Germany though, so she's here for work pretty much, but she lives here. So
Cool.
I chose her because
Right there.
I know she's going to be buying a house
If you're
soon,
interested.
and
What does she do?
she has money. She works with my mom. They're
Okay.
supervisors. At
What does your mom
the
do?
Department of Education.
Okay,
I didn't even
cool.
know that they sold stuff
Yeah.
like that.
So they basically hire teachers
fact,
overseas, and that's how they kind
no
of get to. Yeah, my mom.
What was your major in?
Kinesiology.
Okay, you want to go into PT? Okay.
Yeah.
What made you interested in that?
I used to run track in high school.
Did you?
And,
What
yeah,
events?
I was a sprinter, and I did long jump, so the 1, 2, 4x4.
Okay, cool.
So when I got hurt and I got attended to, that's kind of made me like, oh, this is what I can say in sports.
Yeah.
And stay
Are you
involved.
competitive?
Yeah. Yeah.
I am too. I think
love that they're
a
in
reason
sets, too.
that you might really, really love this job
Mhm.
is this is a way for people
One
like
of them
us
comes with a cooking
to
guide and
foster our
DVD.
competitive nature
Yeah.
in a professional manner for the first time.
Yeah.
Like, one of the things I love about Cutco, we have an amazing platform to compete here.
Yeah.
And one of the things that's kept me constantly motivated and hungry and always kept every year fresh, 10 years in,
Mhm.
you know,
Sorry, I
it
was
still
listening, I
feels new and
promise.
fresh.
Right.
But we have a great platform to compete.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
I like to win.
Mhm.
You know, that really motivates.
Right.
Cool,
Yes, thank
cool.
you.
So you did 100, 200, 4x4.
And then the relays for the
Our
4x2.
gift sets are
Okay,
great as
cool.
wedding gifts.
Yeah, and when
They're also guaranteed.
me and my dad were stationed in
The
Hawaii, I played soccer.
Did you?
Yeah.
Just like to keep in shape or what?
I wanted to play basketball. I grew up playing basketball. My dad was like, "No, you're not gonna play basketball. You're gonna try something new." And I went to soccer. My first day of soccer practice, I was crying in the car because I did not want to go. I was pissed at him. I was like, "I don't want to play this sport. Like, it's not me." And then I got really good at it.
Really?
I was fast. I moved
Yeah.
forward, and
Yeah. I played I know it doesn't look like it,
yeah,
but I played travel soccer growing up, and I would play forward.
yeah.
Yep.
And then when I got to high school, I played goalie
Cool.
and forward, back and forth. And then
How long were you in Hawaii?
6 years.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Cool. What part?
Oahu, and I am.
Cool.
Yeah.
Maui's beautiful. I've been to Maui.
Oh
I
yeah,
love.
I love Maui.
And we took a ferry to the island of Lanai,
Mm-hmm.
and you can rent. Like they only have like I think 60 miles of paved road. They have like 300 miles of Jeep tracks.
No, I never
So
been
we
over there.
rented
Wow.
A
I know that
4x4
one.
Jeep Wrangler. It was so
And
cool.
just- oh,
I just
wow.
tore it up. It was awesome.
I did not know that.
It is really cool. Yeah. The Four Seasons Maui. Have you seen that place?
No.
Yeah, we'll be asking.
Wow.
Yeah, I want to go back. We went back
I'm learning
when
so much
we
more.
moved to Rockville, Maryland.
Do you wanna
When I
do
got
the
back
presentation
from there, I went to high school in that area.
You went to high school in Rockville.
Mhm.
Where'd you go?
Richard Montgomery.
Cool.
So we went there and we went back, I think my junior
You were
year,
so
just to go
ready.
back and visit, see
Yeah.
some old friends, and they just built the place up. Like it's so much more tourist attraction.
Oh,
It looks like so much more city. But yeah, I miss it. I have so many friends back there, so I would love to go back.
And you went to
see them.
Hampton.
Which one?
Mhm.
And what made you choose an HBCU?
Oh,
Honestly, my dad, I'm a daddy's girl one, but he
it was whichever one.
went down there for
The feature and the
a
benefits?
conference and a leadership conference, and he was like, check this out.
So
And
maybe
pretty much
the
I've
first
been
one,
going
so
to
that way the
diverse
fourth page is
schools
yours.
my whole
Yeah.
life, just moving around the military and
fantastic.
Yep.
just being culturally experienced. So
So
I kind of wanted to, go in my own like little, not group, but just have a different experience and see from
Hi,
a
Miss Jones. How are
historically black
you?
point of view. And
How did you like it?
it was
I'm
fun.
pretty good. You have an amazing
I
outfit.
would do
So
it again for grad school. I want to go to PWI, but
Now, do you still have a couple
I can
credits
tell it's
left before
amazing.
graduation?
Mhm,
How many?
yeah.
How's your
14,
husband?
which is
So you
like
have a semester.
internships. Yeah. It's like internships and
I
practicums.
understand.
So it's none of your like required, like all the required
So
stuff is
thank you so
done.
much for taking the time to see our presentation.
They
This
are
really means a lot
required. We
to
do
me.
have to take practicums to be required,
Let
but
me
Okay.
tell you a little bit
it's
about
on your
myself.
own time.
I'm from
Cool.
Southern
and
Virginia. I
So
really
that
want
way-
to
What's
go
your
to
grad date?
University.
I'm gonna
but
do.
currently
I'm shooting for
going
December
to
2018,
Jimena
just to
Community
finish
College,
everything.
so I
Yeah.
can
September
get
this
my
year.
associates,
Mhm.
be
And
easier to
then
transfer.
grad school
And I see a
in
little bit of
the
my
fall
University
following.
cards.
Now their grad school program doesn't start until.
Do you mind if I
the-
share some of my personal goals
Is
with
the
you?
summer? I
Summer.
believe. No, it starts in the winter, January. It starts in January, and then it's
It's helped
Of
create
2019.
great
Mhm.
Cool, so you get to go right- graduate and go right into grad school. And how long is your grad school program gonna be?
That's gonna be 2 years,
and
but it's gonna be through the military.
Really?
So,
They're paying for it?
yeah, they'll pay for
Cool.
it, and I'll get some experience, and then hopefully
Yeah.
from there I can travel. And
Really cool.
So-
yeah, I'm
And
in the
it's
Air
What was your
Force.
dad in? He's Army.
Yeah.
And what's his position? What was his rank?
He was a lieutenant colonel or colonel. That's
Okay.
bad that I don't know that. But
That's okay,
yeah.
cool. Really cool.
Yeah, he retired as a lieutenant colonel.
So one of my best friends,
Through
his dad was a captain.
Mm-hmm.
She's missing
And
more.
He married one of my other best friends.
Yeah.
His father was an admiral.
Wow.
They're a big military.
Yeah.
And one of them, by the way, graduated from Bama. One of them graduated from US.
Yeah.
And so, like every fall, it's good.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So Miss Candy, cool. What about Miss Cantley? How do you know her?
Really?
She used to work under my dad,
Okay.
and they actually just bought a house in Germantown. So I have my
And that's in
appointment
Maryland?
tonight. Mhm.
Cool.
It's about.
How far is that?
Yeah, you'll get that.
It's like an hour. To me,
Is
it's like an
it?
hour and a half.
So anytime you're driving like that, let me tell you what happens. You
Have you
know,
actually looked at this yet?
Yeah.
so where I was
Yeah.
from, like I was in the middle of a small little podunk country town.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you'll get this. year.
Most of the demos I did, I was driving
Test and what the prices
40
are.
minutes probably to get to, because I was just from a small town. So to get to anywhere that was civilization, I was driving.
Yeah.
And because I was driving 40 minutes, it's in my head the whole time.
This
I'm
is
like,
why I want
I'm about to crush
Yeah.
this demo, you know? It's like when you're like You ran track and
Mhm.
it's like when we're going away and it's a long way,
Yeah.
I'm going in to win this damn thing, you know?
Yeah.
Cool. And then what about Jeff?
That's my uncle. He's also in Texas.
Cool.
My appointment with him is tomorrow at 8 p.m.
Cool.
Family of 2.
Mm.
We have a younger baby.
Mhm.
I believe he likes to cook, or his wife
That's
likes to cook. My aunt
exactly
likes to
what I
cook,
was
but again, they're retired military.
Awesome.
So
Awesome.
I like how I just
So let's
have,
talk
like,
about
all
your
this
let's
random
get your
stuff.
schedule here. 1 here, 2, awesome. Starting to fill
and
it
then
in.
I have my dad. He's completing his MBA in
Really?
And I have my orange sheets.
at
Here.
UGA.
Get out of
And yeah,
town.
he stays
My
busy.
fiance's brother goes to school at UGA.
Yeah.
He's an accounting major there.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, go dogs.
So he's he goes down there once a month for school.
Okay.
I think he said this time he has to go. So we have our appointment
So through
scheduled
Cutco,
on the
I can also
28th,
order
Wednesday at 9 p.m.
When he's back.
Yeah.
Which will look
Cool.
amazing on
Okay, let me put something in your schedule here if you don't mind. Very good. So we'll have a meeting on Wednesdays.
Saying that I'm an amazingly hard worker and that I'm really driven. That would be awesome to have.
So what we have is we're gonna have a workshop
Student,
Okay.
so
from
also
6
something I'd be able to
until
earn would be an
7.
All-American scholarship to help with school. And if I had the brochure, I would show you.
And then we have something
Oh, here it is, All-American Scholarship.
called a
So
fun
100 students
jam.
a year are awarded scholarships that will help pay for their education. In addition, the top selling representatives in each campaign qualifies their school for
Okay.
their donation.
And then
I hate
a
this.
team
We
meeting.
definitely need that donation. Some of their locations are a little.
So this will be
It would definitely help out.
every Wednesday.
So,
Okay.
So every
Nothing's
Wednesday we'll
just
have a
started.
meeting
I'm
from
gonna
like
read
6
my
to
main.
10.
Is that okay with you?
And
like I
you
said
can
with
feel
the
free to
don't
fill
have to
in
be
like your A's and
But
stuff.
if
You have
see
really
something
cute
you
handwriting, so I don't
like
want to like
today,
messy up
not
your
only
page.
would you like-
Um,
Not only would you be
So you have a pretty open
Fantastic
sketch. So let
getting,
me
it
ask
helped
you
me
this.
out a lot too. Cutco
Have you
is
started to think about your
amazing
fast start
also.
contest at all?
You can buy sets or pieces, and we have tons of
Briefly, I would
accessories,
say,
something fast.
briefly.
We also
I know that
have
you mentioned
interest-free
that money was your
monthly
number one
investment
motivator.
options, so you don't have to pay for it all at once. Because I understand having
Why?
a lot on your plate.
No, mine
and,
is
being able to budget everything as well as
Oh,
money
cool.
was number 2.
Okay,
Money was
cool.
still up
Just
there,
so
but
I
yeah,
know, do you cook
So advanced.
because you like to? You
So
have
getting a
to,
chance
you want
to be in a leadership position.
Mhm.
Well,
Why is that important to you?
hopefully, if you do get stuff in Cutco,
I
you'll
like
actually start
responsibility,
enjoying it
and I
more.
also just I
So
can't
fantastic.
stand
You're gonna
when
love
things
this.
don't go as planned,
Mhm.
and usually when you have somebody else in charge and they don't hold up that value, then it just messes the
Before
whole
we
team up.
begin, could you check out your favorite?
If we can't have like I mean in college, if we have a successful presentation and somebody used to say like I'll take care of this, I'll be the head of it, and it doesn't work out, then
So you like being in charge.
yeah,
You like making things happen.
I brought a
Look at this wall.
penny press to cut also and some food. But if you would like to cut some
Assistant
more food,
manager.
you're more than welcome to.
Branch manager, assistant
I'm
manager,
excited to snack
assistant
on it.
manager, branch manager, assistant
So I would like
manager,
to tell you that I only
branch
do want to do
manager,
referrals because
branch
as Cutco, we
manager.
would like to show our
These are all
products
people in this
value to our customers,
organization
and they are not available in stores.
who had a 10K fast
So
start,
if you think
And then when-
that your clients would like to please
moved
recommend
into a
them,
leadership
it would really
position
mean
with
a lot
us.
to me. Let me
So
tell you about a little
10,000,
bit about
a
our
10K fast start is
Since
selling
1949,
$10,000 your
cutlery
first 10
have been
days.
made in
It's
the
$1,000
United
bucks a day.
States.
Mhm.
Not
You want to
foreign.
know what you need to do in order to do
Stop,
that?
You've heard of them. It's foreign. Sean is also
Yeah,
foreign.
make about 20 calls a day,
Of course, they're
Mhm.
organized, but
complete
like your-
4 appointments, give or take.
Mhm.
We sell over 20
So basically what you do in the morning
dollars
from like 8 to 9,
Mhm.
is make 20 phone calls. Do you think you could do
And
that?
we have
Yeah.
over 7
And then during the
million
day, you have
customers
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 openings. You just do 4 of
you
these
may have
6.
seen us on TV on shows
Do you
like
think you can
Modern,
handle that?
Marvels, and Made in America.
Here's what's cool.
It's
you
one
go
of
and
the
have a
only
10K
products you
fast
can buy
start.
once, use every
You're gonna
night,
have an
and
opportunity,
it's
Ashley,
guaranteed to last you a lifetime.
to start to have a
Cutco is
conversation
a
with me
proud
about moving up.
producer of K-Bar knives.
Cool
They're
thing about
actually used in
Cutco
military
is that,
overseas,
at a normal
as they're
job, how
very,
long does it take to get a
very durable
promotion?
and they cannot break.
Like
So,
forever.
6 months, 9 months,
you're getting
a
military
year?
quality
Yeah.
knives
Here,
in your own kitchen.
promotions are not based
They're
upon
not- they're-
time.
they-
Mhm.
What are they based upon?
they're not supposed to break.
Your work
So,
ethic, your
if
performance.
they do break, we'll replace them for you.
Just so you know,
Wow.
I'm looking to have 5 assistant managers
Never again.
on my staff this
That
summer
is yours.
who help me run the day-to-day functions of this
Cutco is
office,
also
who
involved
help lead our
with,
sales team,
local and
who are
national
involved
charities.
in
This
building
year
our
we're,
team, managing that team, creating
helping the
culture,
Make-A-Wish
standards, and
Foundation
expectations
and
within that team. That'd be
which is
sound-
very convenient
something
to
you might be
their
excited about?
events.
Yeah.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense.
I want to coach you to have a 10K
I'd like to
fast
show
start.
you two products that demonstrate the quality of Cutco.
This is
We
not a
have our super
conversation, by the way.
shears
I'm
and
going
sharp scissors.
to have it with you for 2 reasons. One, you're
Awesome.
Cut
competitive.
penny to cut bar together.
2, you have a strong
What do you
work
think they're
ethic
made of?
and a schedule to do this.
No.
And just so you know, Ashley,
Iron.
Iron,
Steel.
you might shoot for
Something.
10,000,
You're
you
very
might fall
close.
short.
But it's
You might
very
sell 5 or
durable metal. It's
6
a high carbon stainless
or
steel.
7 or 8, and you might not hit your
Makes
goal.
them good for everything in the
But
kitchen as well
You'll
as
make
like
$1,000
indoor
in
and
income your
outdoor
first
projects.
10 days in the process. How does that sound?
Yeah.
Is that a bad consolation prize?
No.
No. On the other side of that, what might happen is you might shoot for 10,000, and guess what happens?
The dishwashers are only for the plate,
Damn
apparently.
See this young lady on my board, Lindsay Nichols,
Mm-hmm.
$28,860.
Yeah.
She made over $8,000 in income her first 10 days on the job. You know what her goal was initially?
Like
To sell 10,000 in her first 10 days. You know how long it took her to sell 10,000 in 10 days? Or 10,000? 2 days.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way,
so nice.
Funny story. She had a no sale on her first appointment and her second appointment and tried to
So
quit.
indeed appeals
that
in both
night.
directions.
Oh,
Other
no.
categories.
Swear. I had about a 30, 40-minute long conversation with her to talk her off the ledge.
Oh.
Went to her next demo the next morning, made a set sale, and then ended up going on to sell $10,000 those first 2 days. And I said, Lindsay, I think it's time to start thinking about a new goal.
So, Miss Jones. Most
Um,
people have the world's most
if you're excited about
expensive
advancement
set
in
of
leadership,
weapons.
this is the
See?
fast track.
And look how safe this is,
So,
right? Have you ever tried to reach in and
here's
grab
what it
the
comes
wrong
down to.
end?
You need to complete
Probably have.
35 or
So,
more appointments
the
in your
average knife
first 10
set
days.
It's designed to last about 2
That's it.
years or so. So most
And so
households
it's
waste
you want to make 20
ton of
calls
money
a day,
replacing
give or take,
cheap knives over and over and over again.
and complete
Let
4
me show you this on
appointments.
paper.
So my question for you is, first of all, do you feel like this is achievable?
Let
Yeah.
us see.
Would this be something you'd be excited about going
If
for? Here's
an
the most
average
important
knife-
question. If there's something
It's
you're
about
excited
$10,
about,
right?
do I have your permission
Take a couple
to
dollars.
coach you,
An average
support
set
you,
is about 8 or
and
so.
if you need it,
So
to
if
push
you
you
get
Yeah.
8
to reach
knives
these
at
goals?
$10
Can I be a
a
tough
knife,
coach for you
it's
over the next week and a half
$80
Yeah.
to help you hit these
for
goals?
one set of
Okay,
knives.
cool.
That
Great
you're
start
just
here,
gonna
Ash.
replace in a couple years.
Later on today, we're going to make phone calls. So
Okay.
On
from like
average, if you replace
5:30
them
to
every 2
7
years
p.m.,
for 40 years.
we're gonna
that's
cut a bunch of
20
stuff up.
replacements.
okay,
You
and we're
have
going to
any
make phone
idea
calls
how
and
much
help
that
you
would
fill the
cost
rest of your
to replace
schedule.
them 20
But
times?
feel free if like they're role playing, if you want to make a couple calls, the people that you think are available right now, feel free to do that.
On junk
You'll probably
knives.
have some start to
They're
trickle in.
unsanitary, unsafe, and just
And the name of the game
unenjoyable.
is so
That's probably why you
tomorrow.
like that
So
one.
today it's impossible to do
So,
4.
There
Yeah.
are 2
Tomorrow,
types of handles.
You want to have 4 or 5.
I don't know how to hold it
Sunday,
around.
4 or 5. So what I always talk to representatives about, especially ones that I really see as potential leaders and like really badass,
Okay.
you know,
So there's 2 types
reps
of
that I
handles.
think could do well
There's
here
the wood
is
handles.
buckets.
They're
Okay.
attractive
Okay.
when they're new.
So this is the bucket
but
of
they're
today.
extremely
This is the bucket of
unsanitary.
tomorrow.
They're really gross.
And this is the
They
bucket of the
absorb
next day.
liquids,
Okay.
bacteria, grease,
Here's what you always want to focus on.
germs,
Is
odors.
tomorrow
Even more
completely
than that,
filled,
if they're absorbing
and is the next day
bacteria,
at least halfway there.
then they're growing
Okay.
even more. It
So
doesn't
that's
just
all
stop
you're
with what
focused
it
on. So
absorbs, it
today,
keeps going.
You're just
In
focused
several
on having
states,
this
um,
day completely
restaurants
filled,
that
and what is
restaurants
filled,
are not allowed to use wooden knives at all.
4 or
4 or
5.
5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
4 or
they've
5
been
is filled.
banned in 38
So have this
states
day
because
filled,
of how many foods
and this day
related,
at least halfway
like
there.
illnesses,
Okay.
So that's your
was,
focus today.
um,
And then you just keep that focus because what you
related back
do
to
is
that restaurant with the
automatically,
wooden handle.
if tomorrow next
They're,
year booked,
they're just
that means that
extremely gross.
today's
Mhm.
booked.
Now,
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
something
So
that's
it's just living
a
in this
little bit
window that
more
is
sanitary
tomorrow and the
safe.
next days.
would
Tomorrow
be a
filled
plastic handle.
is the next day at
They're
least
usually
halfway there.
cheaply constructed.
Now, if someone
so they
can't see
melt,
you
they
in
chip,
those
they break,
windows, what do you do?
crack.
It's rescheduled.
They're
Yeah, you
very
just schedule for another day.
Which is
One of the biggest things is
extremely
this,
dangerous
creating
while you're
urgency.
I
Hey,
still
Miss
think so.
Jones, I
What does that mean?
really want to do 15 appointments by Wednesday to hit my goal. So I wondered if I could swing by
Water, plastic soap. What are
and create that
what are the
urgency.
knives that
When you're
have
offering
plastic
times right
handles?
here, what days
You
do you
add
want
the
to offer
plastic,
first?
you add the water instead of a slip and
So
slide.
you want to go,
have
so I
slip
wonder if I
and
could stop
slide.
by on Saturday
Really
at
dangerous.
1, or would
So
3
common
be
knives
better?
are very
Right, if they can't
poorly
see me that day, I'm going to
constructed.
move to Sunday.
Most knives have
Does
a
that
partial
make sense?
tang. Let's
I'm gonna really
making
focus
them
on those
weak and
things.
unbalanced
Okay.
so they break
Cool.
easily.
Cool.
So,
Any questions for me?
partial tang.
How you feeling?
If
You're
Then I just
excited. You're gonna
It's like the
It
steel
was first a little
about
nervous,
halfway in
like,
my hand,
but
so
I
just
told my
spin
dad
it with
and
the steel.
he's like, oh, I'm not
It was
even good
around.
at sales like that. And I was like,
Very loose.
I
I'm
mean,
pretty sure
I
you
worked in
could pull it
retail
out
and
if you tried.
like,
Did you?
and I
Exactly.
bartended, so
Yeah.
Oh.
you kind of, yeah, I'm like, you kind of have to.
Dude, if you can
push
do that, you can do
yeah,
this.
Yeah.
That's for
so
darn sure.
then yesterday, like when I was talking on the phone, I felt like a lot more comfortable. I'm
I
like,
tell you what,
okay.
when I heard you talking on the phone, when
Yeah.
I heard you role playing,
Definitely a lot safer, and it
like,
holds it a lot better.
and I've been doing this 10 years. I've trained
So most rivets are made
4,000
of
students to
brass.
sell.
It expands, contrasts,
$15
loosens,
million
and creates
in Cutco.
unsanitary gaps. If you
Actually, you're the real
were to
deal.
feel one of like the
So,
average
I'm
knives
really
with
excited
the
to coach you.
little rivets
Yeah,
there,
we're gonna have a lot of
you can
fun.
feel the bump
So, okay,
going
you're
all
good.
the way back
Go ahead and go
in.
back to role play.
Thank you.
I'm going to have you trade out with Vera.
So
Okay.
there are two types of steels. One, do you want me to go to that side so you can have your seat back?
Okay.
Okay.
Hello.
You won't die in that chair, I promise. It was me yesterday. Okay, so I'm just gonna like continue where I left
I'm
off.
gonna get my list.
So
Yes, please do.
there are two types of steel. There's carbon steel, which is really strong. However, it rusts and corrodes, which is extremely unattractive, unsanitary, and it just does not make a kitchen. There's also stainless steel, which looks good, don't get me wrong. But it's a very soft metal, so it won't stay sharp and it's very difficult to sharpen. Have some
I
of your
found
knives
a couple
gone
more that I got
over
today,
here
but
All right.
it's very
So there's
small.
two types of
so
edges.
far.
It is. So tell me what's going on with
There's
this.
serrated edges, which rip
I
and
feel
tear
like
food and cannot be
You got a lot of
restored.
names. I
But
mean,
there's
Yeah.
straight edges.
you got hella
that have
names.
huge
I
cuts,
do have a lot of
but they
So
have
that's a, I mean, by the way, do you know what most people struggle with?
Finding the names.
The hard
names.
cutting surface
Yeah.
of
Like
a
if
cutting
if someone has a
board
friction
also
point,
lot bigger
generally
than
it surrounds
both of
names,
these edges
not
directly
phone
come in
numbers.
contact with the hole,
So,
dulling it even further.
so right now you
a
have
dull knife is a lot more dangerous than a sharp knife because the more you push on and attempt to
13
cut
phone
something,
numbers.
Yeah.
the more
And I
likely
got
your hand is
so
going to slip
15.
forward
So
instead of
15.
keeping on the handle. It's
Okay, so
extremely
let's talk.
dangerous.
So
So,
these folks.
what type
Do we
of
have all
knives
these
do you
people's phone
normally
numbers?
get for shows?
I need to cross a few people off the
Plastic?
list
Do you know what
because
brand by chance?
they like really just don't want to.
How do you know that? You already talked to them?
I already
Hammer
talked to
Shaft,
them.
I'm sorry to hear,
And they
but
disagree,
Blue Stop
so-
is a pretty good
What do you
brand.
mean exactly?
However,
Like, they just said
you
they were
know
very uninterested and they were too
customers
busy
that have
and
Blue
they,
Stop and Heckles and Shun
like, they just
that
didn't want to do it
you
at all.
are getting what you
anyway.
pay
These
for.
people that you're.
Even
This
the
is
best
the
knife
family
stores
members of
have
yours.
a few
Well,
drawbacks.
Like, I'm a first generation in America, so I don't actually
have
have
to be
any family. So I was just
constant,
here. I just started writing like the closest people to
they
me.
must.
So
be
who are these
washed.
people? Like the Wells.
They
The
must
Wells
be
are-
hand-washed. They cannot go in
He's
the
one of my really good
dishwasher.
friends, and I actually have
And
his
they
mom's
have to
phone
be
number.
replaced every
Yes.
7 to 10
Cool.
years.
So I actually have his mom's phone number, and I called her
Replacing
yesterday,
your-
but she didn't pick up.
Your
So I
knives
tried
every
today.
7 to 10
Sweet.
years.
What about
Over your lifetime,
Zendash,
you're spending so much money on
that's
those
one of my
knives.
best friends.
You
Her
could have
mom
just bought it
would
in your
definitely do
kitchen
it.
instead.
Cool?
Yeah, she was just
Now,
unable
let me show
to,
you why
like, in
some
the next
people
couple of
choose
days
to
because
invest
it's all
instead of
her.
Heckles.
Do you have her mom's phone number though?
Yes.
Yeah.
Beautiful. What about gold?
I have
Cool.
her phone number.
Blue?
Look, I have my 3 knives.
Yes.
Cool.
Not.
I was like,
I
yes.
think I did wrong.
Mom has this one. Cool. Nolan.
I should be able to get it. Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Mom has this, or a friend, or who?
A friend. Yeah.
Cool. Have you reached out to them to get their mom's phone number?
Yeah, and they
Just
haven't
no
responded.
response yet?
They haven't responded.
Cool. When did you reach out to them?
Last night.
Last night.
All right.
So one thing you can do this morning if they haven't responded yet, just be like, hey, did you see my text yesterday?
Okay.
Because how many times do you see a text, mean to respond to it, forget, and then start doing other shit? All the time, right? So reach back out to them. What about, is this Coda?
Yeah, Kodo, I reached out to them, but like I haven't gotten the number yet.
Cool. So you reached out to get mom's number, haven't gotten a response.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. What, same thing. Did you text them last night? Cool. So same thing. I would follow up. Hey, did you see my
Yeah.
text yesterday?
That's what it
The thing is, I
is.
wasn't at lunch
I
today,
like
so I
we
could have
also
asked
created
like
seats
everyone
for
then,
something,
but
and I
actually
didn't know what it
school, so-
was.
No worries.
And we
What about,
also created
Marin?
seats for-
Lauren,
I couldn't
Lauren.
figure-
Judy, I already asked her. She's like asking for parents, but she hasn't gotten back to me.
Cool.
Same with Demio, and then Wormalds, I just set up the appointment.
Cool.
Alamong, he was hired here, so he like, I actually like talked to him. He was like, I'm basically hired now.
Who's that? What's his first name?
Braden.
Braden.
Braden Alamong.
Braden.
Yeah,
When did he interview
something
with
like
us?
that.
About a week after me.
Okay,
Five,
cool.
Yeah.
Maybe 6.
And then what about Issa?
And so I reached out to them as well as Tabor and Dunmire. Yeah. They haven't just gone.
So they're just waiting to get phone numbers back? Cool. Okay, what about these folks? These are acquaintances from school, I'm assuming?
Yes.
Okay. Have we Like Jenna, Melissa, these people. Have we called or texted or Facebook messaged any of these folks?
This is the only
Yes.
panel that
Okay,
is
all of
endorsed
them,
by
a
the
handful of them,
American
some of them.
Heart Rate
A handful of them, the ones that are like
That you know
definitely,
better?
yeah, the ones that I know better.
Cool. Just haven't gotten responses yet. Okay.
Because I feel like it's hard to get it to Facebook.
Okay.
Like the response to that.
Do you have them on Snap or Insta?
Some of them, but it's also like Snapchat. Like now, it's like no one's using it anymore. They updated it. It's weird. Like I'm sure. I'm just
And every time we would like go to
That's what I wanna
Exactly. So let's really get to the point.
Thank you.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You can correct me if I'm wrong. But I'm assuming, and just in my experience working with reps, I feel like maybe you have a little bit of discomfort
glass.
that surrounds reaching out to these people to get their mom's phone number.
Really.
Is that
Maybe some of them, yeah. I can agree with that.
what does that surround? Like what does that stem from?
I guess like friend groups and like previous conflicts between them is just that they might not necessarily like, want to talk.
Using the extra
Sure.
steel is more
So
expensive, but it's worth it because it creates strength.
here's a thought.
The three nickel
I think what holds a lot of people
are
back
extremely dense
from like reaching
and
out.
are flushing
Because think about it, like you have a
makes it
shit
strong
load.
and sanitary.
How many kids are in your graduating class?
Yeah, you feel that?
That's something I do.
Our
All
fourth
those
feature
parents
is our very
are,
high
like,
grade steel.
target market, amazing customers, right? Like
Yeah.
right up our
The
alley
steel is
customers.
expensive to use, but it's
I think a lot of times what
the
holds
best
reps
of both
back
worlds.
is a fear of
It
judgment.
has high carbon,
Meaning,
same material, lesser
what do these people think about me
tension, and it's
because I'm
safe,
asking for their mom's phone number?
making it sanitary.
And that is almost like, at least for me, this is maybe not you, but for me,
The fifth feature is our most
I like-
famous.
that was one of the things that held me back from reaching out to some people. Like, what are they going to think about me because I'm asking for the mom's phone
Or
number?
I guess it's like also I guess like previous like relationship stuff of like
Okay.
they were here and then they were there and like
So
I just
let me
never-
ask you this. What's the worst they
It
can
will
say?
not hurt
No.
your next
Okay. And if they say no, what position are you in?
You haven't changed.
The exact same one you're in right now without their mom's phone
Alright,
number.
so you're gonna start with the black
Right?
and
Yeah.
back and blade.
So in life,
Long stroke,
sometimes
then
you gotta
go
put
back
yourself
forward,
out there
just so you're dead.
and experience the R word.
Alright. That's about 70%.
It's the R word.
Rejection.
Rejection.
I think a fear of
Alright,
rejection
and now we're gonna do this again with
and a fear of judgment
Is what's holding you back.
is what's holding you back. And it's
I think you're
normal.
right.
It's normal because you're in this high school bubble, right?
awesome.
You
And
get to
then
the point where
it
you're
took
just
a
like-
little bit longer though.
I don't care.
So
I don't
now
give-
we use the
you know, like-
carver and try
Yeah.
to-
You know, here's what's funny. I have a core
Yeah,
group of about
twice as fast.
5 to 10 people that I still communicate with from high school,
Right.
and a core group of like 5 to 10 people I still
So
communicate
unlike
from
the
college.
serrated edge, cut pills double.
And no one else matters.
And no one else matters. So, the worst thing to say is no. Do you have a directory for the high school?
Protect
No.
the recent edges
Um,
from going on the cutting board. Keeping each knife sharp up to 10 inches.
Okay.
I mean all of these people I should be able to reach out to one way or another.
What about the
So-
dance moms?
While most of the knives on the
I am-
edge
Do you have a
bend back
list
and forth,
I
of the
do,
dance
yeah.
moms?
Yeah.
Okay, let's crush that for sure.
Oh,
Dance moms.
I'm-
Did you ever did you play soccer? Do I remember seeing that on your
I
application?
did play soccer, but all the ties are long gone. I don't know how we get them.
What clubs, activities
Alright,
have you been involved in
now for
high
the
school?
best part of this presentation,
Dance.
because while I can show you these
Orchestra,
knives
but
all
I
day
just
Orchestra.
played
long,
in school.
How many
everyone
kids
always
were in
has
the
that
orchestra?
question, well, what happens if something goes wrong?
Maybe like
What if
30,
something
but
breaks?
How much does your
Yes,
violin cost?
it gets dull. Here's where our forever guarantee comes in.
Exactly.
Cutco is one
And
of
are there
the
more expensive
only
instruments in that
products you
orchestra?
can buy
Oh,
once
yes.
every day and
All
never
those
have to
parents
replace. This product is your
Are
proof of
Are great.
I'm saying proof of tradition.
There are probably a lot of
Your,
Russians
this
too.
product is your
No?
proof of purchase, and you can
So
pass it down
Asian,
from
I know
generation
that's
to
a very
generation.
that's a common
You can
thread
even
in,
go another
in
generation.
some nationalities.
Yo, Andy gave me Patrick Henry Community,
No, the
but
first one
it's
we
in
have is our
Martinsville.
forever.
Should I put that
If
one
anything
in?
I don't know where that
ever
is,
goes
but
wrong with your
if you
Cutco,
said
Run
that's
up
what
we
there,
it
send it back
is.
to the
but
factory.
I'm
and
saying
the company will
Martinsville
fix it
is
or replace
Patrick
it for
Henry.
free.
So
You never have to pay to
How
replace
far
your
is that?
knives.
That's
So, like, say you were trying to cut steak or chicken and something went wrong and like it broke or
some
anything along
balance or
those lines,
something.
send it back and we'll fix it for you.
If it's in your territory, put it in there.
So the
Probably not gonna pull a lot from it, but
Cutco is absolutely
how many kids are in
fantastic,
orchestra?
but just like anything else, it does tend to
Cool.
get a
So there's
little.
another 30.
Just
you ever
send
take
it back
any
to
lessons?
the factory.
In
We'll
New
sharpen
Jersey.
and polish
Cool.
it for free,
The lady
The
who
only
gave
thing
you
you have to
lessons,
pay
when
for
they
is
gave
shipping.
you lessons,
which
great
is
person
nothing
that you can
compared
reach
to
out
buying
to.
an entire new set. So,
Um,
So how would I do that then?
Number
Like,
3.
Virtual demo? I'm gonna walk you through that today. Have you heard of
Let's
Prezi?
just say
yes.
your
It's a
husband
Prezi
decides
presentation.
that
So it's
instead
just
of going
click,
out to
click,
the
click.
garage or
Super
like
easy.
It's a high definition.
He's
Oh
just
my
gonna
god,
use
yeah,
one
Vera,
of your
this is cool. By the way, is it
brand
Vera or
new
Vera?
Pepco
Vera.
patents.
Vera, okay.
Try to
So Vera, this is cool.
and it
It's a
breaks.
film quality,
Now,
high def
We
video
are not
of
going to charge
every
you the full
single
price
tool
of the
in the
product.
set being used.
All you gotta do
Oh,
is send
wow.
it
It
in,
is
and you
awesome.
just have to pay
And
for
so
half
you're on the phone
price.
with them in front of your computer screen.
Mhm.
They're on the phone with you in front of
Number
their
4.
computer screen, and
I
all you're
know
doing
that
is telling them
your
that,
husband isn't
okay, go ahead and
quite
click the
here
space
today,
bar.
but
And it's easier because you can literally just read right out of your book word for word like
if
this.
you want to try Pepco together
Wow.
for free,
It is awesome.
risk-free.
So, do you have,
I know
um,
you'll both love it.
are you
but if
from
you're
Jersey
really
originally?
Not satisfied, you can get your
No,
money
we lived
back
there for like
in
3
15
years, I
days.
believe. So we were in New York, New Jersey, and then here.
do you have other family here in the
This
area?
James. I know you're going to love
In the
it.
States or
Use
the-
it.
No.
In
If
Russia.
you ever
We
need
moved here in
anything in future,
2007.
sharpening
Cool.
services or other new products, please contact
You can
me
do some demos
personally,
for the people in
and I'll
Russia, by
keep
the
and I'll
way,
help you take
if
care
you
of it.
want. You
I
can
know
do some
you're going
virtual
to love
appointments
our
and
package.
sell Cutco internationally.
Cutco is such a great
They have a pension
investment
of
because you will
$500 a month,
never have
so
to
I
buy
don't think that's awesome.
another set ever again.
Yeah, probably not the.
And
Probably not the
you can't
target.
beat American made and
Um,
forever guaranteed.
Okay, so right now you have give or take,
I love how
15
it tells you the terms.
phone numbers. What is your goal? Do you have a pen?
Mhm.
Okay, this is-
I don't. Yeah, I only have Sharpies here.
What? No way.
That's why I put And it's purple too.
What is your goal to get to? Like, if you really work hard, release yourself from the fear of judgment and the fear of rejection, and really went after it aggressively. Because let me ask you this, to be honest with you, there's no wrong answer here. But on a scale of 1 to 10, how aggressive have you been about this assignment? If 10 is, I have worked,
It's
Brian,
not true.
look at me. Brian, I've worked
Exactly.
my ass off. I put hours into this. I worked really hard. And one being,
Jeez.
And the signature.
I haven't put much into this.
Today I'm just going to show you our most
Where would you
popular
fall on
set,
that scale?
which is the
No wrong answer at all. You're not gonna.
A good 4.
It has
Good
the
for it.
minimum
Okay.
Yeah,
tools
honestly.
and
Do you normally do things at a 4?
kitchen as efficiently as
Okay.
possible.
So if you gave this a
Value
10,
for the average family,
Mhm.
and it starts
what
with
kind of grades do you make?
Straights.
Are you good at the violin?
As you said.
Where are you going to college? Is that a good school? Is it hard to get into?
You'll use this for
I mean, I got accepted.
It's tough to get into. Did you do well on your SATs? Okay. So if you treated this assignment like you treat every other area of your life, you put in that effort, that aggressiveness level. If you were a 10,
Yeah.
how many of these do you think you could get?
Look at that nice clean cut. This is your small, so you
A good
tell me
30.
for small fruits and veggies.
I bet I want to challenge you.
Mine has a
I think you can get a
lot.
lot.
Okay.
I think that you could get a minimum of 50 if you're
I like
giving
the
me a
red.
10.
I think the red one
Now,
is a little better.
if you're really telling me my 10 is 30, cool, we'll go after 30. But I just don't buy that.
I just feel like I'm almost more comfortable selling to strangers. than I
Ooh,
am-
now we're getting into the core of what's holding you back. Okay, this is part of it. That is a lack of product conviction. That is, so I imagine you might have some feelings of I'm doing something to someone versus for someone, right? Like whenever someone says I'd be more comfortable selling to someone I don't know. What I really hear is I don't really believe in what I'm doing. Because if I had a magic pill that was going to cure cancer,
Yeah.
would you want your friends and family to have that? If I had a magic pill that was going to save people $1,000 to $2,000 every year for the rest of their life, would you want your friends and family to have that? If I had a pill that was going to make people more healthy, more
I
energetic,
have this orange.
right? Would you want your friends and family to have that? Okay.
See, I think I thought of this differently. I thought of it in the way of if someone's recommending them, then they're more likely to be interested in the product. Because like when you're reaching out to them yourself, you just know that they're over 30 and own a home. So it's a very broad scale, and like
Keep in mind when people are recommending you to people,
Your tuning fork here has 3 sharp tines.
they're doing the same thing that we're doing right now. They're going, oh, okay, let me think of 15 people.
But none of the pieces.
Some of them they're like some, okay, as an example, sometimes customers will give you 3 recommendations. Do you only want 3? No. And when they give you 3, they're going to give you 3 that they think are going to what? So when you say, hey, if I say, hey, how many could you really look up? And you say 30, you're probably saying, I know 30 who are gonna what? There you go. Okay. Then what you do is you go, hey, Miss Jones, I'm sorry to give you the impression I'm only looking for people who are gonna buy. I'm looking for anyone who's nice and has hands and doesn't hate college kids. You know, who are like, I mean, I'm working on a sponsorship for school. Every 10 I get, you're a sponsor. Who are just 7 more nice people that you know they don't get anything, that you don't think will get anything. Because do they really know?
Because 7 out of 10 people buy.
Here, I want you to understand.
It is the best breading.
It's
the best bread knife.
Just
in
as
the world.
random when you're getting
And the long
recommendations, if
double
not more
edge
random. It's not like they're
petty
interested.
cakes, shredding
They
lettuce,
didn't say, hey, I want Cutco.
So
That's
have
not how
you
this
ever had
works.
Italian night?
That's not
Their
how.
name is just written down on a sheet.
Yeah. It's not like Cutco's sending us a list of people who are interested in Cutco. It doesn't work. That's not how anything in life works. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you have to go out and get it.
Mhm.
Yeah,
What do you
yeah.
always
You have
tell
to be
everyone as soon as they see the
You have to.
garlic bread? As soon
So
as you
here's
put it in the oven.
here's the analogy. You have to
You
either
also
be
have to wait for
a
it to
hunter
cool down. And that's because
or a
normally when
gatherer.
you try to cut with like a normal
And
knife,
as
it
societies
goes from
evolve,
this really
right?
beautiful garlic bread
Hunter-gatherer
being
society. There's
full
hunters. There's
to
gatherers.
like this little baby
Right.
crumb, and there's crumbs everywhere.
No
You use the
business
slicer
that's
to
highly
cut your bread
successful
as soon as it's coming out of the oven.
is a gathering
Perfect.
business,
Perfect size,
right?
perfectly
Think about
made
that. It's like
each and every time.
we just want what's going to come to us.
It is
Yeah,
not
that
for
doesn't
anything.
make
We just
sense.
want what's easy.
That's why you have your.
That's not that's a
Master
business
carving
strategy to think at
It's
all.
like your spare tire.
That's not how
You don't
anyone's
use it
successful.
every day, but you definitely be
So,
If you ever
don't worry about
barbecue
people
or
that you think are
family
going to
dinners,
buy
then you're definitely
because
gonna
you
use
have
this.
you
It
at
is
the end of the
perfect for
day,
barbecue,
we really don't
roasts, and family cakes and stuff.
we know that they're in our
Those forks
target
are
market
important. However, the
and that you're going to do a
turning
kick-ass
knife-
thing,
or the turning fork
and you're going to
is
show them
the
an
one
amazing
but the
product.
carving fork
And on
goes down
average,
the
that's 7 out of 10 of
Can
those
you see
people
how over a lifetime
are
you're
gonna
going to use every tool in your basic kit?
That's wonderful.
That's what we
Yeah.
know, right?
This
So-
is this is all you use for cooking.
In that mindset,
However, we also have
not
our
think about
table knives.
how many
This is
phone
how
numbers can
you're
we come up
going
with
to complete
of
your set.
buyers,
Your table knives
but
are used
just
for every
creating
meal,
an
for purposes like
initial
the wide
market,
blade and a
an
round
initial
tip makes it a
pool.
lot safer.
If it was a
But with a
10,
double D edge, it cuts like a steak.
maybe it's still 30. That's okay.
We recommend two.
But thinking
Table
about it,
for family
not
members.
necessarily people
So
that
you
you
don't have
would
to
think
wash
are
them
definitely going to buy, but even that's in the target market
Definitely
that's on
saves
this
us a lot
list,
of
which
time.
is everybody.
We're gonna
What does
test,
your effort
let's
10
test
look
out our
like? How
table
many do you
knives,
think you
something
could really
a
come
little
up with if you
tougher
tried to
than
work
just
really
rope.
hard?
I have some leather here.
We have to see how it goes. I'm not entirely sure.
Let's try to cut this leather
So
with
what I would
your
say is
steak
this.
You
On
see how the
average,
entire table is shaking
you're going to
while trying
complete
do this?
appointments for about
I thought there was a-
1/3
I thought there was an
of
earthquake
the
for a
amount of
second.
phone
I was
numbers
really
that you have.
concerned. You never
So if
know.
you only have 30
No.
phone numbers, how many
Let's
appointments
give
are
it
you going to
another
end up with?
try with the Cutco table knife.
Okay.
See?
And if
Nothing
you're
was spilled
getting,
this time.
you know, 5 recommendations,
I'm going to stack
Right.
all this leather.
you're going to have
It's like eating
you
a
know,
well-done steak.
50 leads.
So, you ready?
Here's what we want to see,
Now
people.
try to give
My
it a-
objective is before we move you on to people that you don't know at all,
Now, if you were to
that
try
you've
that with your
done
steak knife, you'd be here for
30,
an hour and this
40
table would be on the floor. As well as a couple of things
Yeah,
around the
yeah.
house.
so that you have really
So,
strong command of your
Like I
material,
said,
you have
this
good
does
product knowledge, you
amazing
have
job.
confidence, right?
For
So if you want to
for
complete, you
guests
know,
who like to
20
fill the
to
large steak
30,
knife, our two larger sets
you really
come with
want
that
like
option.
50 to 60
Numbers.
numbers.
So, homemaker
Vera,
set plus
you
8
can
with the table knives.
If you can get a UM,
This is the medium one.
Okay.
It can come
Yeah.
with steak
if you can
knives.
play the
like,
violin,
you could also do like
if you can be a
Arnold
straight A
Palmer,
student,
where it's just like
you can
half
do
steak
this.
knife, half table knife.
It's just a matter of deciding.
Now the full set,
Do
the ultimate
you
set. You can
want
get
to?
that with steak knives
Do you really
or
see the value?
ultimate, or
What you're gonna be
or the
getting?
table knife.
Okay.
Because let's be
Or you
real.
can also do an Arnold Palmer if that's what you prefer.
Let's say you only have 15 phone numbers.
So, Miss Jones, it would be incredibly
You could be highly
dangerous
successful,
to have these
but
like
is the likelihood high?
laying in a drawer like all of these other
No.
bad knives that we saw earlier.
And
Like look how unsafe this
as
is.
far as like developing skills and
Plus, these are not just
like
any
the types of
quality
things
knives;
that
they're
can
very high
transfer to
quality.
what you want to do.
So,
When you think about your
the
major,
most
what do you want to do?
popular is our
Probably business finance.
solid
Along the line.
wood
What do you
block,
think that
which
really
is
is called?
amazing on a countertop. And it'd be great to store
Finance?
your utensils in
Like
there.
money management?
We also have
called
the safe
sales.
storage tray for
Yeah.
you know.
What do you think
who'd
those
rather
people
have it
do?
On the wall,
Sell
easy
and
to grab,
communicate.
And
so
ask
maybe
for
in a drawer,
referrals?
just in
And who do you
case
think they
have
start
children
with?
run around and
Defense.
easier to
Yeah.
keep out of the way.
This is how every
So
business
our
in
sets
the
come with
world
a free cutting board. It's important to
especially
use a soft plastic cutting board.
So
Glass, granite, marble.
let's
cutting
say
boards
that
are way
you
too hard, and they will
like-
dull your knives a lot
like only
faster.
have this many phone numbers and
Um,
you don't really get the
so-
experience that you want here.
To complete our set,
Will
we
that
have
affect
incredible
will that
kitchen
affect
tool gadgets,
you know what you're
as
doing
well
outside of
as
college?
Yes.
kitchen
Will it
tools
affect the
and
jobs that
gadgets.
you get and interns that you get while you're in school?
Definitely.
Um,
There's like some long-term implications here.
This is
Right.
fun.
So I want so this is what I want you to shoot for. If you only end up here,
Thank you.
that's okay.
So to complete
But
your homemaker set,
I
we
really
have
I really am
tools and
confident
gadgets.
that if you put in
This five
like
piece
real effort into this,
um,
like how much time do you think you've spent
five-piece
looking at
dishwasher
photos?
safe kitchen tool set replaces two
Maybe half an
drawers
hour.
full of
Okay, I spent like
old
3.
kitchen tools.
That's 6 times.
Plus, it looks
what I
a
did.
lot
Right.
better in that.
So if you
way
did
as well.
6
It would
times-
definitely match this one.
Wait, how many phone numbers do you have here?
15.
So
We
6
also
times 15 is
have
what?
our 4-piece entertainment kit, which
75?
has a comfortable grip
100?
panel, and of course, it's forever
So
guaranteed.
you would have 100 phone
See, it's
numbers
right
if you
here.
put in the same amount
has
of effort
ice
that I did when I
cream
was
shoe.
in your shoes.
That I'm really excited for. I can't wait to use that one.
Cool.
Or you
Cool.
you
Okay,
could
let's talk
also
about your
use,
best 5
which
customers.
is what I showed
Rachel.
you if you were just getting the
Accessible
homemaker.
code.
Upset. Oh, this is that lady.
If you were just getting the homemaker set.
Do you already have her
However,
scheduled?
No,
you
she
would
didn't
get
pick up
the
last night.
medium
Cool.
set.
So we'll try her. We're gonna make some phone
Yeah.
calls a little bit
She
later
actually
on today.
forgot her
You have
phone at
two
home when she
out
went
of
out
the 3
today.
items I just
That's what I found out today.
Awesome.
Now say,
So we're gonna make some phone calls later on
everyone
today.
likes something
What do you think
free.
she's gonna get? You said she already has a
I
lot
can
of
tell you,
Cutco.
you get all 3 as
Um,
a deal.
Do you know what she has?
How would you
I have
know?
no
You
idea.
could get
Okay,
all
first
3.
thing you want to do when you get there, have her get out of there.
If you were get to
She's like, get
the
out
ultimate
everything you
set,
have. Just let me
you
see
have
what all
the
you have,
tools you'd ever
Okay.
need,
so we can have an idea,
and
and then that'll allow you to know how to
different set
navigate the rest
of
of the
free
presentation.
items. 3 different free
Um,
items.
Someone that's obsessed with Cutco like that, she's gonna buy a lot.
That's awesome.
You know, even if it's
Hopefully.
even if it's
Yes, she will.
get that damn word out of your vocabulary.
Okay.
No more hope. Does hope keep the lights on? Does hope get you into college? Does hope pay bills? So stop saying hope.
This whole in the
Okay.
dance contest. Yeah.
Okay?
Okay.
You gotta quit saying hope.
Okay.
Okay? All right. Even if it's a bunch of random stuff, people like Rachel order $500 to $1,000 worth of random stuff.
Also, Cutco saves
Now, what about
a lot
Martha?
of money. Most customers who buy
How do you know her?
She's my best friend's mom.
Cool. Why is she your number 2 customer?
Because she's like a homemaker and she like loves everything about it and she likes to cook.
Mhm. Mhm.
She has 2 dogs.
She stays home?
She-
Husband works? What do they both
She
work?
like she works, but she travels when she works. But when she's home, she stays at home.
Cool. Does your husband work too?
Yes.
Do they have kids? What area do they live in?
They live in Potomac.
What kind of, oh, live in Potomac. What kind of house do they live in?
It's probably $1 million.
What do you think they're gonna get?
That's come with a free cutting board and other.
I'd say at least the medium set.
Yeah. And sometimes, like, the Potomac people, just being Potomac people,
They get the ultimate.
yeah, just for the stats.
Oh, they would get it just to support me.
We're just, hey, we're just, like, we live in this neighborhood, we buy the Ultimate, we buy the 5 series, the 7 series, right? We send our kids to this school, right? That's a good customer. Okay, what about Kelly?
Kelly Dillon. She's the
By the way, do you
most-
have Martha scheduled yet?
No, she didn't pick up either.
Okay, cool. No
So
big deal.
none of my top 5 picked up yesterday.
That's okay, we'll get them later on.
Yeah.
What about Kelly?
She was the first number I got from like through a friend, and like I think that just showed that she's really interested, so I went to put her out there.
Cool. What do you think she'll get?
I think probably the basic set
Cool.
to at least.
Table knives? With or without? Steak knives, maybe?
Definitely.
Sometimes people like to get the basic set and then get the steak knives and put them in the drawer.
Okay.
Because with like the medium set, for instance, you can fit the steak knives right on the block. With a basic set, they don't fit on the end of the block. So a lot of people will get this set and put it on the counter, and then get the 8 steak knives and just put them in the drawer.
Okay.
Mhm. What about Jamie? Oh, do you have Kelly scheduled? So that's one that we're gonna get later on. What about Jamie?
Jamie's also my best friend's mom.
Cool.
So they also live like Darnestown, Potomac area.
Nice. Have you scheduled them for an appointment yet?
No.
Okay.
They didn't pick up.
And then what about Debbie?
I reached out to her on Facebook, and she was one of the senior moms when I was a freshman, and she has a brother in my grade, and
Cool.
she's the nicest person I've ever met. And like she loves like everything about palms and like.
Do you have her phone number?
No, I reached out to her on Facebook, and I'm
Okay.
waiting for a response.
And this is the mom.
Mhm.
Do you have the daughter's number or the
When
son's
something
number?
offers
Yes, I do, actually.
Maybe reach out to them and be like, hey, what's your mom's number? Just send me a little blurb on page 31. All right, let's look at your schedule. Who's Olga?
My mom.
Nice. Your mom's awesome, by the way. Hakeem.
That's my
Now,
stepdad.
like I said
They live
earlier, our home
separately,
maker
so.
plus 8 is
Live
our most
separately.
popular set.
Cool.
It's perfect for families.
What do you think Hakeem will get?
It
Does he
also
cook?
has
When he's on
loves
his
to
own?
cook.
He does.
Yeah,
Cool.
He like came from the Mediterranean area.
Oh, really? What part?
Straight edge. You also have a home maker set
You
without table knives. And that will literally be all you got with that.
There's like a country that starts with
If
an
you
A.
were considering a set
Okay.
of cookout, I prefer the set with
Is he
the
Armenian?
table knives. Would you
No.
prefer the set with the table knives?
I don't remember.
Cool.
I should know this, but I don't. Yeah.
The
Um,
great thing is that it does not
and then-
cost $4,000 to get a set
Um,
like that.
what about
That
Leslie? How do
would
you
be
know her?
a switched off
She's a
price of
prom mom.
$3,000.
What's a pom mom?
The homemaker
Mom
plus
that's,
8
like, on the
cents
dance
is only
team, so-
$12.73 if you pay in full.
Nice.
And from her, I want to get the rest of everyone's phone numbers.
However, most
That's
of our
Yes.
customers- most
That's
of
what
our
I'm planning to
customers
do.
take advantage of
Yes.
our
So that'll
5
make my
interest
list 10
free
longer.
and doesn't
Do you know them well?
But it's only
What area do they live in?
$272
They live
today,
also
which
Darsompton.
includes the tax, the shipping,
Girl,
it's everything.
let me just say this, okay? If I would have had the customer
Now, say you didn't want
to
the
go show
knife,
Cutco
it would-
to when
the
I
basic
was
homemaker
new
would just be 1009,
that you have,
which is like
if I would have been
$215 a
driving
month
into
for
these
5 months.
neighborhoods that you're going to be driving
No,
into,
that's awesome.
I would
man.
be salivating.
Now,
I'm so excited.
there's a
You're gonna
buy
crush
now
it.
bonus. We have a
Yeah.
bonus where
I'm not
if
sure
you
if my
buy
mom
right
or
now
Hakeem
I
will
can give
actually
you
buy
a
anything, but I know like
matching
as,
kitchen
as I
set.
progress with
And you
like
pay
selling,
them
they'll
back.
definitely get
or
stuff.
the free
Then maybe what you do
or
is
the
you
speakers
hold
are
off.
for free.
Hold on.
Yeah,
So,
because your first demos aren't for
which would
practice,
you
they're for
prefer? You had
conference.
the option.
So if in your mind you're going, maybe not buy. I don't know if my mom's going to get anything. I don't know if Hakeem's going to get anything. But this lady lives in Potomac and you're fired up about that demo. I'd rather that
Yeah,
be your first
ice cream
demo.
scoop, man. It's got me hooked.
Because if let's say you go do a demo for mom,
7 strips.
she doesn't buy.
I
What
wouldn't
happens to your
do a good
confidence,
job
high
if
or
I
low?
didn't ask you. Would you like to
I think it's
try
the
out
same.
homemaker set today?
Okay,
But,
let's say you go
um,
to a next appointment with Hakeem and he doesn't buy anything. Where's your confidence, high or low?
All right, fantastic. Congratulations.
I guess
You
Naturally
no longer
lower.
have that.
Right?
Now,
So
before I write
I'd
that
rather
down, let me show
you
our 2
hold
other
off
sets that
on
come with
these
the
two and do them later
We have
on
the ultimate set.
in your fast start
So
and
Ultimate
go to your first
is
demo,
gonna be
fired up, make a
everything.
sale,
huge.
then to
man.
do these demos for these people, like with fingers
Now,
crossed.
You know how we talked about
I mean, I
how
feel like
know?
my mom would get a
Most
couple of
often,
Dude,
knives.
I think your
Like-
mom's gonna get something. Like when I was talking to
I feel
her,
like she would, yeah.
like
Plus, like our knives are
the
not.
ultimate.
yeah,
the
and she's
big
gonna get something.
is less.
And
It
This
is
is your
just
stepdad.
$29.20.
He loves cookies.
About a
if you
month
loves
it'd be
good, they'll get
$6.23.
something.
And if
Right?
you were to do
So
like
get
bring it
so
out weekly,
remember,
it'd be
expectations
$155.
create
They buy.
yeah.
Me as
Have
a
you ever heard of the
college
law of
student,
attraction?
I think I can afford $155 a week.
Yes, but I don't know what it says.
Um,
It's a real thing.
Now, so
Okay,
you do one
physicists
steak knife, you want a
believe
table
that this is a
It
real
would be a bit
universal
cheaper. It'd
phenomenon.
be
And what it
$26.29.
states is this:
Monthly would be $559.
you
It would be
attract
$239.
your most dominant thoughts.
So say the ultimate is a little too
think
much.
it's very
I don't know
accurate.
how
You
that would
attract
be
your most
too much,
dominant.
but
So if
say
you
it was.
if your most dominant thoughts
You
is
also have this
mom's only
feature
gonna buy a
with the
couple
steak
knives,
knife,
she probably buys a
which is
couple knives.
$21.73.
If your most dominant thoughts are
$463,
he's still not gonna get
and we
anything,
include
he's still not gonna get anything.
I think he'll get a basic set.
There you
Now,
go.
You know, some people don't want the steak knives; they want the other knives.
Yes.
We're getting there.
Everyone's gonna buy
Progress,
it.
not
Yeah.
perfection. And by the way, they're not all gonna buy. Like eventually, you're gonna have a no sale.
Mhm.
Even Ted Lathrop, 92
it's-
sales
it's
in a row,
awesome.
eventually had a no
So,
sale.
Ms.
You
Jones,
know,
let's
it
wrap this up by taking a look at some of our
but
additional products.
expectation.
Yeah.
So, and then Alexi, how do you know them?
It's my actual dad.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. Does he live here in the States too?
He lives in North Potomac.
Nice. Cool. What does your dad do?
Software
I know,
engineer.
like
Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah.
Dad'll buy for sure. And then, okay,
I
cool.
don't
So
have
we're
anything else.
so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make phone calls. We're gonna
29.
between 5:30 and 7 p.m. today,
It's like
we're gonna
right
cut a
in
bunch of stuff
between
up,
them, and I keep like
and we're gonna help you get
yeah.
another
Like, I don't know.
5 to 10 appointments.
I'm hoping so.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
we'll make phone calls later on today and get a couple more. What I do want you to do is make sure you're getting this out to a lot of people.
No.
Oh yeah.
I would even
Okay,
copy
so probably
these down into your to the notes section
Okay.
of your
I've got
phone
everything.
so that you can just go in and copy and paste when
I really
people are
wanna know
saying
how
like,
much
"Are
the
you selling
assets
something?"
are.
or the biggest one. Let me ask them first, right? Because let's be real, Vera. If they go ask their parents, what are they going to say to their mom? Let's role play the conversation.
My friend wants to sell you knives.
No, we're not interested. That's how it's going to go.
Yeah.
Unless you're specific about the verbiage you're using, which is why we have this page in the manual. So use that. It'll help you a
Okay.
lot. Cool.
Yeah, it actually did work because last night I was on FaceTime with my friend and at first like she was like, nah, and then she gave me her mom's phone number, so now I just have to call her and
Remember, we have a formula.
it works.
If you plug it into your
It's
ATM,
a foolproof formula.
cool.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, you're good. Let me move you in with Eunice here, and Christian. Let me grab you, brother.
I appreciate you.
What's up, dude? I'm doing great. All right. How do you feel about your role play, man?
I felt like my English was a lot stronger than
Okay, let me ask you this, Christian. If we were sitting here and are you Hispanic?
Yeah.
Cool. Puerto Rican, nice. So let's say I'm sitting next to your mom, and hypothetically, let's say she doesn't speak any English, and I need to communicate with her through you. Would you be able to translate my words as fast as they're coming out of my mouth to your mom?
So many questions about
maybe take me a few
scholarship.
seconds.
They were like scholarship for what?
Process and then say it.
I'm like,
It's like some words in English like can be like phrases.
Right. So here's what'll happen. The more you do
let
this
me
in
talk
English,
to your parents and I can show you it all.
I think what'll happen is the more you'll understand it cognitively, and the smoother it'll be when you transition.